What's up, guys? Welcome to a sixth PHP tutorial in my series of PHP tutorials. Well, before we start, I just want you to check out these boobs. Seriously, man, they're great. Well, I'm not saying you can't get greater, but well, as I googled bikini babes on Google Pictures, and well, this was the best one I could find, and well, I'm fully satisfied with it. But well, enough chat about my private life. Let's get to the actual learning. Well, make sure that your XAMPP control panel application looks like this. And I'm kind of fearing that you can't concentrate, so I'm going to put my XAMPP control panel in front of her boobs. Now, you can stop staring at the boobs and start staring at the control panel. As I was saying, if you could stop drooling over her boobs. Your XAMPP control panel has to look like this. Make sure that Apache service is started, and you can check for if it's started, if it's running, and if when you click the admin button, if it gets to this page right here, then or a well, actually you shouldn't get to this page. You should get to some orange page with a lot of stuff on it, but that's because I erased my index.php file. So well, yours should look different, but hey, if it loads a website called HTTP localhost, you should be good to go. Anyway, let's get started. Now go into your docs folder. Whoops, wrong folder. XAMPP and htdocs. And now we should have our hello world file, or whatever you named it. If you renamed it, that's fine with me. It was just a hello world was just a first time name. Anyway, you should open it and start to edit it. And I'm going to tell you what to type once you get it opened. Well, if you haven't configured your hello world.php file since my last tutorial, then it should look something like this. Oh, well, not something, it should look like this. And if you don't got this, then put this video on pause and type in this information. But once you did that, I'm going to give you a little quick explanation on what we already got right here. First of all, we got a variable called x, which is set to 10, and then we say that if x isn't equal to 10, which means that if it is equal to any other value, then print out x is equal to 10. But I'm going to put a not in front of it because, you know, that makes more sense. Well, so as I was saying, this variable x is set to 10, and we check for with this if statement that if this variable isn't equal to 10, it'll print out x is not equal to 10, but x is equal to 10. So now, what if we would like to make something happen, even and we want x to be set to 10, but we want something to happen even though it is set to 10? Well, simply add a new line under your if statement. Remember, under if statement, not above. Above will give you an error. Now type ELSE, else, opening and closing brackets, x is equal to another value than 10, and well, I actually don't know what these are called in English. Please you know, leave me a comment or something, I don't know. Well, anyway, once you got this in your file, you hit the save button. Now open up your hello world file, and in the address bar you simply type localhost /hello world.php. And well, if you type 127.0.0.1/helloworld.php, that'll work too. Now hit enter, and as you see, it says x is equal to another value than 10. And that is true, because you know what we say is that if x is not equal to 10, print out x is not equal to 10 else, which means that if this in any way, doesn't matter what way, but if this in any way is not true, then do this. And what it does is that it says x is equal to another value than 10, and that is correct, because you know x is equal to another value than 10, and that is 10. So now what if you add an if behind the else? Now I've got an else if statement. So now I say else if $x smaller than sign 10, and up here in the regular if statement you say if $x bigger than 10, x is bigger than 10, and x is smaller than 10. Well, what we got here is a variable called x, and that is set to 10. And we say that if x is bigger than, not equal to, bigger than x, no, sorry, if x is bigger than 10, print out on the screen x is bigger than 10. Else if means that, or if it is smaller than 10, print out x is smaller than 10. So if I try and hit save right now, going in here, localhost thing, and refreshing this page, you'll see that it says nothing now. And well, that's not that weird, because you know our variable x is set to 10, and we're saying that if x is bigger than 10, print out x is bigger than 10. X is not bigger than 10, it's equal to 10. And then I'll check for, is x smaller than 10? If it is, print out x is smaller than 10. But is x smaller than 10? No, x is equal to 10. So now you add an else statement down here. X is equal to 10, idiot. Hit the save button, open your localhost/php, reload the page, and as you see it says x is equal to 10, idiot. So what we're actually saying right here is that if x is bigger than 10, print out x is bigger than 10. Else if means that, or if it is smaller than 10, print out x is smaller than 10. Else means that if none of these statements are true, then go to this action, and this action prints out x is equal to 10, idiot, on the screen. So well, just to recap one more time, an if statement checks for if something is true. If it is, then it'll execute the action typed in between two curly brackets. And an else if statement is like an addition to the if statements. It means that, okay, if the if statement failed, which means that if the if statement's term is not true, then check for if this else if statement is true. And if it is, again, just go to this action, and then finally we have a else statement saying that else if none of these up here are true, go directly to this action saying that x is equal to 10, idiot. So well, and one more very important thing to remember is that you can't type an else statement or an else if statement above an if statement. There has to be an if statement above every single else if statement and else statement, or else it'll not work. Then you get some error. So well, that was your tutorial, actually your PHP tutorial on else if and else statements. And well, I'll just see you in my next tutorial, because now I gotta go look at her boobs. So I'll see you in my next tutorial.